Crabman here from Crabman Gaming. Today we are playing Cricket Captain 2020. This is part 8. 2 test matches against Australia. The first 2 of a 4-match series. India have been in Australia for a while. They've had 3 T20s, the T20 World Cup. The less I'm going to talk about that, the better. And now 4 test matches. So we will pick the team. It's the first test match that I've played during this Indian save, so it's probably going to be a little bit of tweaking the side. I do want Prithvi Shaw in here. Let's just have a quick look at first class. I do like Gill as well, very strong, could be making his debut. I'm just going to pick some people who I think deserve to be. Is that Rinku Singh? Gee, he's got a good batting average. Just have a look if I've missed anyone. Shreyas Iyer I think should be in there for tests as well. So it'd be interesting to see who's actually in the team. Is this Manoj Tiwari? I remember him from the early days of the IPL. He was I think one of the breakout stars in the very first IPL. No, I think that looks pretty good on the batting side. Let's have a look. Bowling wise, filter some of those people out. I don't really know. Gee, look at this fella. A man, 117 wickets at 11. Is that real? 68 wickets at 6. Oh, how has he never played for India? That is incredible. Is that maybe some kind of mistake, or is that really true? I'm going to look this fella up later. Ashutosh Aman. They're phenomenal bowling figures. We've got some very low averages here, but we're looking. I tend to just look for people over 100 wickets because it is fairly easy to get a bowling average under 20 for a few wickets. Mahanti there, he's got a lot of wickets. Interesting indeed. Very, very interesting. Is that Vinay Kumar? Oh yeah, I remember him. Remember some of these players at the end of their careers. They still have a lot of stats. Alright. It's quite... Oh, Rush Galeria. Hey, remember him from lots of IPL saves. Alright, let's have a look who's actually in the squad. And who do we want, who do we not want? Gee, it's tough on Agwal because he's... Probably want to rotate him out. But he did play 9 tests last year, so he probably does have to play. Gee, it's very, very tough. Who played last year? Yeah, so lots of the... Pujara. Yeah, he does bat too slowly, though. This is really tough. Who do we omit? Who do we even pick in this touring side? Sharma, yes, we want in. Yadav. Nadeem. Probably not. He's probably someone I can rotate out. We've got Kumar and Shami. So you've already got 4 bowlers and Bumrah there. Chahal and Yadav. And Ashwin and Jadeja as the spinners. Pant. Does Dhoni not play test matches anymore? I'm going to have a look. Rahul and Pant. Shreyas Iyer, Gill, Shaw, Rahane. Going to rotate Rahane out. Vihari's got a really good first class average as well. Gee, who do you leave out? It's really tight. I don't even know how I'm going to pick an 11 out of this. I'm just going to ease out Pujara just because I want some more aggressive players. Let's have a look. Test match career last year. Oh, we need to really pick. Oh no, probably everyone. Maybe he has retired from first class. Let's have a quick look at T20s currently. That should tell me T20 internationals. That's really weird. Why does it go? Oh, because I put filter few on. That's why. Current year bowling. Let's go batting. Dhoni, yes, he is retired from first class and test cricket. I did suspect that, I just wasn't completely sure. Alright, it's really going to be really tough to select a side. Definitely Rahul. Pant's going to be the keeper. Kohli's in. Ashwin and Jadeja are definitely both going to play. And then probably Bumrah, Sharma. I'll have a run out of coaching sessions. 3, 4, 5. I picked 5 for batters. That's why. Sharma can have one as well. Pant can get some keeping. And Shami can just have some ground fielding. Oh, there was some physio as well. Who needs some physio? Let's always give it to Kohli, and let's give it to Ashvin as well. It's really tough to pick this Indian 11. No wonder it was so confusing when they were trying to pick them. When I played this as the Australia save, there were some really interesting choices. All right, here we go. Well, Jadeja needs to come in. So let's lock the bowlers in. That's probably more of a certainty. It is a pace wicket, so we want Sharma in. I think from last year, even though Yadav did a good job as well, that is really, really, really hard to choose. I'll go with Sharma, Bumrah, Shami, Ashvin, Jadeja, Pant. Let's go from the top. Sharma. Do you want Rahul or Agwal? He's pretty aggressive. How did he go last year? Yeah, 55. Probably wants to go something like Rahul at 3, Kohli at 4, and then this is really my other spot. Do I want Vihari? He's done okay. Or do I want someone aggressive like Gill or Shreyas Iyer? How aggressive is Shubman Gill? But he averages 73. But he hasn't done well in the one days. I'm going to go with Shreyas Iyer at 5. I think he likes 5. Well, 3. Everyone likes to bat up the top. That's going to be my 11. Sorry if that took a little while to get going. It was quite challenging to choose. That's my 11. Shreyas Iyer is going to make his debut. The Australian lineup, which looks pretty similar to mine. Warner, Burns, Labuschagne, Smith, Head, Mitchell, Marsh at 6. Tim Payne, Stark, Cummins, Patterson, Hazelwood. So no room for Nathan Lyon. We've won the toss and we are going to bat first. See if we can change the fortune from the Australian save. I'll keep highlights on for the first 10, just so it doesn't go for too long. There's Agarwal hitting a first ball in a test match. The first ball he faces in the first innings as an opener. I love it. Especially it was down the ground as well. It wasn't a short ball 6. Geez, an aggressive start by the Indians. Oh, I thought Sharma was caught. Trying to creep that test average up to about 50. It's a really positive start. Just 5 overs in. It's almost treating this like a one-day game. 40 from the first 10. All right, let's have this run rate meter on. Let's creep along here. They got Hazelwood, Pattinson in. Has he played? I think Australia have just played a couple of test matches, but they played Afghanistan and Bangladesh, so their current season stats will probably look quite good. It's their 5th. Joe Burns hasn't got any runs. Maybe Australia haven't done that well without Crabman at the helm. All right, if we can get through to lunch on the first day without losing a wicket. They do have Mitch Marsh, so really 5 seamers. Mitch Marsh surely can't have made any runs. Oh, he's averaging 40. That's pretty good for Mitch Marsh. Bumping his test average up from about 25. Sharma and Agwal survive until lunch. Sharma did pass 50 there in that final over of Pat Cummins. Beautiful 4. Raise the bat up. Is he going to? Oh, maybe that wasn't his 50. Maybe this was his 50. Oh, yeah, it was. All right, well, I'm not going back to it. All right, let's plough through the second session. Grinding out these Australian bowlers. And this was a tactic that I did explain in my Australia playthrough as well, that it's really good in the first match of a 4-test series not to bat too aggressively, but really grind your opposition down, lower their form, and perhaps they'll get replaced with some lesser bowlers for the second test or the third test because they've bowled a lot and they haven't taken many wickets. So just apologies about the squeaky chair. It does seem to squeak when I shift myself about if I get a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, let's put highlights on to see if Sharma can get to 100. Probably bowling to Agwal. He's done a good job and a no ball. It's not helping the Australians. Could this be a whole day without losing a wicket? It would be fantastic. Sharma's still on 96. He's taken a long time to get to the 100. He's been in the nervous 90s a long time. Agrawal might get to 100 before him. 200 comes up for India. Tim Payne, what a shocker. 200 without loss. Agrawal might beat him to the 100. Sharma dubs one away. That's the 100. Finally gets there after being on 95 for a long time. It's at the wrong end. We don't see the celebration, but there it is. Of 200 even balls, Agrawal is 97, 98, 99, and 100. So both openers for India making magnificent hundreds. We'll turn the highlights off. New balls due in 8 overs. And then India will probably look to see out the day. They've even got Travis Head on for a bowl. Let's just nudge them down and bat the day. Agrawal's gone very quiet after getting to 100. Can this be a day with no wickets? 2, 1. It is. End of day 1. India have done a fantastic job. 256 for none. A fraction slow, but that's okay. Grinding down bowlers going into day 2. What tends to happen is you'll lose a wicket first ball. Okay, quick shield time in the video. It doesn't last for long. You can add me on Facebook, Crabman Gaming. You can add me on Twitter, @Crabman Gaming. I post some updates on those, generally a little bit more on the Twitter. And if you are enjoying the video, flick a quick like down below. There's an all-time record at Brisbane between Agrawal and Sharma. So if you are enjoying it, flick a like down below, comment. I'll do my best to reply. And if you're really enjoying this series, then if you subscribe, that would be awesome as well. That's the end of the shield for this video. And we'll see how long these two can bat. It's an all-time record partnership for India versus Australia. I wonder what the all-time partnership record is. I'm sure India have got some monster ones because they used to draw a lot of games in the 70s, 80s and 90s. Sharma gone for 141. Finally gets a wicket. Pattinson, it is at leg slip. So that's pretty interesting. Rahul comes in. I might get Agrawal to bat a little bit quicker because he's batting at just 40. Just quite slow. You can kind of work it out. If they're batting at 50, that's 3 runs and over. So really in Test cricket, you probably want to be batting at about 3 runs and over. Anything less than that is probably a little bit slow. Even Warner's getting a bowl. There's lunch on day 2, 331 for 1. Agrawal continues on. Let's get Rahul to be a little bit more aggressive. No sign of Kohli just yet. We're almost halfway through day 2. Ploughing along close to the 400. Rahul's gone for 22. Kohli comes in. Look at that test average, 53.63. We're not going to rush him. Agrawal's nearing the 200. Does he have a test 200? Yes, he does. It's 243. Kohli batting beautifully. Agrawal 199. Oh, I thought he was going to edge it. There's his 200. Magnificent innings. India in firm control of this test match. Probably going to look to bat perhaps 2 whole days. Just to grind Australia down. Alright, Kohli's just going to be a little bit unselfish. Bat a little bit quicker. Warner to Kohli. Gee, Kohli would never hear the end of it if he got out to Dave Warner. Agrawal you can understand because he's tired and he has been bowled by Dave Warner for an even 200. 10 hours at the crease. 405. Shreyas Iyer comes in on debut. You might think it's a good to come in at 405 for 3, but you don't have much to gain and you're probably being asked to bat quickly as well. Australia just about to take the 3rd new ball. Shreyas Iyer gone for 15. Pants coming in. He hasn't played many test matches. I've taken that new ball. Probably look to be a little bit more aggressive. Probably bat the day and then declare overnight. Sometimes you want to have a couple of overs, but I think India would rather just take the runs at this stage. Kohli, unselfish, gone for 76. Nearing the end of the day, 500. 6 overs to go. Some nice late runs from India. So you could have declared a while ago, but we're getting about 10 runs and over. 2, 1. Jadeja's gone. Ashwin comes in for 1 over. Let's watch the highlights for an over and a half. It's hard to come in and just start hitting straight away. That's the end of day 2. India declare 577 for 6 declared. Agwal 200, Sharma 141, Kohli 76, Pant 64 not out, nearly a runner ball. The bowling, not much to speak of from the Australians. Must be my masterful captaincy. Just don't talk about the T20 World Cup. I'm never mentioning that again. I hate that tournament. I don't know why I'm setting the one day or T20 field. I just am out of default. It's been a while since I played some Test cricket. Last one was the World Test Championship, so that video's out there. Shami's trapped Warner. He's gone for just 1. India right in control. And that was Australia versus India in the final of the World Test Championship. So aiming to get India there as well and see if India can be the World Test Champions in this playthrough. We've got a few videos to go though. We've got, 3 more tests against Australia, 5 tests against England, and 6 one-day internationals before the end. Alright, let's just give Bumrah 1 more from the other end and let's get Ashwin on. Lot of wickets for Ashwin, 365 test wickets. Sharma's done a great job later in his career as well. Was always a good bowler, but just had a fairly high bowling average. I think it was over 35 for a long time, and he's got that a lot lower now. Jadeja gets Labuschagne. He's gone for 38. So don't need to get too worried about Australia's score because we're so far ahead that you just need to take wickets every so often. Smith's gone, caught behind. It's the first time I haven't seen Steve Smith LBW in a while. Keep Jadeja on. Jadeja and Ashwin, an absolutely great partnership. We'll get Shami and Bumrah to bowl. Joe Burns doing a good job. One of my favourite players, Joe Burns. There's a big edge off Sharma. Travis Head's on his way. Mitch Marsh now, look at that test batting average, just 26.58. He has been batting a little bit better this year, but it is still cause for some big concern for Australia. And then Tim Paine doesn't have a strong average either. So India could be cracking through. Ashwin gets Marsh. Gets his first wicket of the match. Shami looks to get the captain, Tim Paine. Actually, I don't know who is the captain. I don't think it tells you who's the opposition captain. It doesn't matter too much either. I don't think it really changes anything in the game. I don't know if it changes any stat or anything. But Jadeja's picked up Paine. He's got 3 for 17. Very good bowling, considering it's not really a very helpful pitch. And we'll probably look to bat again. That's Plum. And not out. Must have been turning past. Some sharp turn on that ball that the umpire spotted as it's hit him on the full. That's out this time, hitting leg stump. Jadeja's got another wicket. We will look to bat again and just grind out the Australian bowlers, lower their form, make Australia think of some changes for the second test. They might pick Jai Richardson, perhaps. I'm trying to think of who else they might pick. Lyon in the team. Cummins is gone. Not for many, for 3. Jadeja has 5 for 19. What a bowling performance. Again, not the most spin-friendly of wickets, but he's absolutely ripped through the Australian batting lineup. Bumrah's going to come in for an over. 203 for 8. I'm just going to keep Ashwin on. Why wouldn't you? No, I've got to rotate him. No, there's only 10 overs to go. Yeah, I'll keep him on. Actually, I made a mess of that. I was meant to keep Jadeja on. Australia fighting hard at the end. Can Jadeja take his 6th? Pattinson's batted well. That's a rank ball. It's gone the other way. Quarter first slip, 6. He batted for an hour and a half. Rahul takes the catch. Jadeja has 6 for 39. What's his best bowling? 7 for 48. So if he can take this last wicket, it will be his best bowling. Oh, it's going to be a run out. I once had a game where a bowler had 9 wickets. This is in Cricket Captain. And a bowler took 9 wickets. And it was the final batsman and the bowler executed a run out. He ran out the number 11 batsman, cost himself 10 wickets in an innings. So Jadeja finishes 6 for 39. Joe Burns is the last man out, almost carries his bat. Not much to speak from there for the Australians. The follow-on is available. We're not enforcing it. We'll probably look to bat for about a day. I'll turn the highlights off, otherwise it'll take quite a long time. So probably look to bat for most of the first 2 sessions. Didn't really need to rush there. 22 for none. We'll let them get settled for a few overs.